The very name Swami Vivekananda invokes not only in me but across millions of Indians from the last more than 100 years. It invokes the feelings of a great guru who lived what he preached, and I think your heart resonates with that. Your blood races when you hear him, because he was the true embodiment of everything that the great Indian civilization stands for and stood for. He is so revered because he was having an oceanic depth and sweep of all that his Guru Paramahamsa, who never spoke much, unlike him, who instilled in him the very spirit of India. When you think of him, you think of Himalayas. You think Himalayas because the very first word that he said, arise, awake, stop not till the goal is reached, is I think what every young Indian today must get inspired by. Because we often have people coming to me asking that, I'm not able to achieve what I dreamt of because they have lost that focus of, in a very Vedantic way, becoming possessed by the dream, and the dream becoming them and they becoming the dream. They can't be a duality, they can't be Dvaita, there has to be only Advaita. You become the dream, then the dream becomes you, so that you are possessed by it. And when that happens, then all that remains for you is to keep walking and stop not till the goal is reached. For example, when I started the airline the first time here, where you are standing for the helicopter company, it took us 3 years to get a license. One line from the government which said, we have no objection to your starting an airline. It's called as an NOC. The government has no objection to your starting a helicopter charter company, but it took us 3 years to get that. So normally I hear people saying, I got a job, but I also want to start a private enterprise, and if the private enterprise succeeds, I'll leave my job. So I tell them, neither your job, you are doing service to that, nor will your private enterprise succeed, because your heart and soul, as Swamiji said, is not in what you are doing. When your heart and soul become one with the dream that you have, and when you have that will, your will gives you new eyes, it gives you new power, new strength, and then nothing can stop you. And that message he brings it in various ways, because he says, who can be a fool who can compress all that God stands for into a book or into a temple? Because God is infinite. If it is infinite, how can you put him in one book or one preaching or one temple or one religion? So he had that broad sweep, like the Upanishads itself, of which he was a scholar, where he said, the Upanishads is not an answer. It is a quest, is everlasting quest for the truth. And that truth each person has to discover for himself. And he said, if you cannot believe in yourself, you cannot believe in God or any God. So there is a message for Vivekananda, for those who are old, who are still seeking after power or who do not want to give up power. There's a message for the housewife, there's a message for the father, the mother, the children, the student, the man who serves in the army. Everyone has the same message, that is, you become what your thoughts are. So live your thoughts and you will become that. So I think if we just follow and live what Swami Vivekananda said and what he himself lived for and walked this earth, I think we'll be a great nation in the spirit of Swamiji and Paramahamsa himself. Thank you.